All right, let's study Unit 54 today. It says 보이다, 보이다, 해 보이다. You have to memorize them. And it seems like we can conjugate this with other words using present tense format. So that's because it starts with nothing and 보이다 and 보이다, 해 보이다. It looks just like 요, 어요, 해요, right? So irregulars, they must be the same. So let's check it out. And one more thing, it finished with 다, which means we can conjugate to other grammar. But for now, let's just conjugate it present tense, 요, 어요, 해요. So 보이다 plus 요, 어요, 해요. Which one do we have to use?
보여요.
Right. So that's because 보이 becomes 여 in present tense. So it becomes 보여요. As a grammar, it means look. So it looks something. It looks pretty. It looks expensive. You look tired. She looks tall. Something like this. Okay. Let's conjugate this. So for 보이다, we need to use which one? We need to use no bottom words, right? And then for 보이다, we need to use bottom words.
Yeah.
And 해 보이다 for?
보이다.
No. 해 보이다, what kind of words do we have to use?
하다.
Right. So use 하다 words to 해 보이다. Okay, let's get started. 비싸다. How do we say it looks expensive?
비싸 보여요.
That is correct because we never need 다 to conjugate, right? 비싸 보여요. How about cheap, 싸다. How do we say it looks cheap?
싸 보여요.
Right, 싸 보여요. 싸 보여요. 싸 보여요, 비싸 보여요. Okay? How about with bottom letters? 젊다.
젊다.
젊다 means young.
젊다. 젊어.
젊어.
젊어. 보여요.
Right. How do I look? Do I look old? What's that?
젊어 보여요.
That's right. I look young. Right? Okay. How about you look old? In this case, 늙다 is old.
늙다.
늙다. There is L and G in the bottom. So the L stays and then G goes up to the circle.
늙어.
늙어.
늙어 보여요.
Right. 늙어 보여요. How do I look, Katie? Be honest.
젊어 보여요.
That is right. I look young, right? 젊어 보여요. Okay. How about be tired? Be tired is 피곤하다. Then how do we say you look tired?
피곤해 보여요.
Cool. 피곤해 보여요. Right? How about 착하다? What does that mean?
Kind.
Kind. I would say more like nice, but
nice.
personality. Okay? How do you say you look nice?
착하 보여요.
Wrong.
착하.
Wrong.
어?
착하다. In present tense, we made whole하다
착하.
to 해요, right? So 착해 보여요.
착해.
착해 보여요. 착해 보여요. Do you understand?
착하다.
So take out whole하다 and add 해 보여요. How about this? 이상하다. Strange.
이상하다.
이상하다 means
보여요.
strange. Say that again.
이상해 보여요.
이상해 보여요. When you wanna use 하다 words, just make whole하다 해. So 이상하다, 이상해 보여요. Alright, for first impression, how do I look?
착하게 보여요.
착하다, so say that again.
착하해 보여요.
Say that again.
착해 보여요.
Right, 착해 보여요. Right? For me, when I met you for the first time, I thought you look pure, innocent, pure, 순수하다.
순수하다.
So I can say 순수해 보여요. Do you understand? Okay, so we have just finished no bottom words, and 하다 words, right? And remember, we had many irregulars in present tense, right? What kind of irregulars do you remember?
Is bottom word 를
빠르다 or
be
right, some words that end with B,
and some word ends as
S,
yeah.
짓다, something like that, right? So we had some irregulars. It works the exactly same as present tense. So let's check it out. It's snowing out there. So how does it look like? 춥다, cold.
춥다. 추워 보여요.
In present tense, it became 추워요, 추워요, right?
추워 보여요.
Right, 추워 보여요. How about this? 덥다 means hot, only is used for weather. 덥다,
덥다. 더워 보여요.
right, 더워 보여요. Alright, so words end with B, they become 워 보여요.
뭐.
How about this? Do you know the word 어리다? 어리다. So 어리다 also means young, but this 어리다, what's the difference between 젊다 and 어리다? 젊다 is more used to like early 20s, about or 30s. But 어리다 is for like teenage young, like under 19 or something. So let's conjugate. 어리다, 보이다. How do we conjugate?
어리다. 어려 보여요.
어려 보여요. Correct. That's because 어리다, 리 ends with E. So it also becomes 여. So 어려 보여요. Okay. How about 아프다? Sick, right? You look sick. How do we say it?
아파 보여요.
Right. 아파 보여요. Okay. So, when we want to challenge this, we can use other things instead of 요, 보여요. So, I like the infinitive grammar, so then you can conjugate it to another grammar. For example, oh wow, you look healthy. So 건강하다, 건강해 보이다. And then which one do we have to use to finish this sentence with surprising?
네요.
Right, then how do we say?
건강해 보내요.
Again?
부연해요.
No, we don't need to change 2 times. We want to change only 다. Okay?
보이네요.
Right. Then how do you say you look healthy? Oh wow, you look healthy.
건강해 보이네요.
That's right. 케이트 씨 오랜만이에요. 건강해 보이네요. Right? How about this? 좋다. You look good. You look good. 좋다 and 보이다 or 보이다. What do we have to use?
보이다.
Right? Because that 좋다 ends with 오. So, how do we say, oh wow, you look good?
좋아 보이네요.
That's perfect. 좋아 보이네요. Do you understand? How about this? Let's use but instead of this 다. This thing looks cheap, but that thing looks expensive.
이거 사 보이는데 그거 비싸는데 그거 비싸 보여요.
Right. 이것은, or you can make it short. 이것은 got shortened to 이건. So 이건 비싸 보이는데, I'm sorry. 이건 싸 보이는데 저건 비싸 보여. That thing is like 저거, right? It's not 그거. So you can conjugate this with but, and also you can also say like this looks expensive, so I bought it. We want to make one sentence as well.
샀어요.
We don't want to use 니까 because 니까 is used. Do it, don't do it, shall we, will you, things like that, right? So just normal past tense, I bought it. You want to use 서, 어서, 해서. So when you conjugate 서, 어서, 해서, it also is used present tense format. Do you remember? So 비싸 보여서, 보이다 ends with 이, so it becomes 여. 비싸 보여서 샀어요. It looks expensive, so I bought it. 비싸 보여서 샀어요. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's practice one more. It looks cheap, so I didn't buy it.
이것은 싸 보여서 안 샀어요.
Perfect. 싸 보여서 안 샀어요. 싸 보여서 안 샀어요. If I ask you a reason why you didn't buy it, 왜 안 샀어요? You can answer, it looks cheap, so I didn't buy it. Please do it.
싸 보여서 안 샀어요.
That's right. All right. The last thing. In English, we usually use this like it looks like something, right? So whenever you want to use nouns, it looks like how do I say? It looks like a dog. So the dog is a noun, right? So we have practiced using adjectives. It looks cheap, you look tall, she looks tired, but we want to use nouns now. So you look like a student. Then use 같다. 같다.
갔다.
There's T in the bottom.
갔다.
같다.
갔다.
Mhm.
갔다.
Okay. So we want to conjugate it too. 학생 같다. Okay? And then we want to make it you look like. So 학생 같다 plus 보이다, 어보이다, 아보이다, 해보이다. Which one do we have to use?
아,
Right. So
다 보여요.
perfect. 학생 같아 보이다. And we want to finish this with 요. So 학생 같아 보여요. You look like a student. 학생 같아 보여요. If this conjugation is too difficult, just memorize 같아 보여요, 같아 보여요, 같아 보여요. How about this? You look like 20 years old.
20살 같아 보여요.
Good. 20살 같아 보여요. How about you look like a university student.
대학생 같아 보여요.
대학생 같아 보여요. How about you look like a high school student.
고등학교 고등학생 같아 보여요.
Perfect. 고등학생 같아 보여요. What do I look like?
선생님 같아 보여요.
선생님 같아 보여요. 오케이. KT는 회사원 같아 보여요. So when you use 같다, you can just say it just like English. You're like a student. Then you can just use 같다 and present tense. 같아요. 학생 같아요. 대학생 같아요. 회사원 같아요. Do you understand? Good. And also, 같다 means same.
Same.
You can say, oh, they're the same. 같아요. So as a grammar, it means like. As a word, it means same.
Same.
Okay. So we've just finished Unit 54, 보이다. Do you have any questions about this?
No.
No? Are you sure? All right. Good. So I'm finishing this. You did a good job. I'll see you next time. You really look tired though.